Yeah, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Rob, host of From My Experience podcast, back with another episode, man. I hope y'all enjoyed last week's episode. I was talking about getting back into the dating pool. I'm not getting back in there anytime soon, but eventually it will happen, and hopefully some of these trends and these women with these lists and stuff like that will calm down, and I can find somebody who's reasonable and level-headed and ain't worried about me making six figures. All right, I know I can't be broke, but like, dang, like I ain't 6'5" and I ain't got six figures, so I guess that eliminates me from a lot of y'all lists. But kidding, not kidding, y'all. But life has been good. Got new opportunities, new things coming my way, and just being patient and staying prayed up has definitely been a huge help. Thank y'all for continuing to support the show. FME_podcast on Instagram, fan base, From My Experience podcast on Facebook. By the time y'all hear this, I don't know if the website will be back up yet. I'm tweaking one more thing. I'll let y'all in on the secret. So my new logo and rebrand for the show is coming. I've teased it before, and I'm working on the mustache. My mustache is a little off, so we tweaking the mustache. It might be done by the time y'all hear this, but I don't know. With my obsessive brain, it might not be. But the website will be coming back up soon. So that's all I really got going on. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? For the first time in a minute, we got a guest in the building. Man, so there's not too many people from my past that I keep up with. Very few. Now, some of the coolest, dopest people I met were definitely in high school. Shout out to George Washington High School, those Eagles. If you are an Eagle and you out there listening, thank you for the support, man. Well, I went to high school with this young brother, man, and I've been following him for a hot minute. Now hold on, let me stop the music. I will say this about him. This is one thing I really respect about him. This dude been doing the traveling thing way before it was popular. Way before everybody became a travel agent and started doing the traveling thing and all the traveling stuff. This was like the first person I saw really doing it. Always going somewhere, always in some type of other country. And I'm just like, wow, I just admired from afar, man. But we're going to have a great conversation. Hopefully we get some tips and tricks out there that we can use so that we can start seeing the world too. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we got my man from back in the day, the traveler extraordinaire, Sage.
What's good?
Sage, what's good, man?
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. Like, man, I've been keeping track with you. Me and you been trying to link for a while, actually, and then we finally get to sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah. It is the time, man. Oh, and I gotta say this because I never had the accent. I couldn't get the accent down. Philly in the building, y'all. Y'all know I love Philly, the music, the food, the sports team, all of it. So it's real good to have a good Philadelphia brother on the podcast, man. This is authentic right here, all right?
Right.
Yo, man, so let's get into it, man. So I ain't seen you since high school. What happened after GDUB for you, man?
Bro, a lot, man. I was pursuing the basketball thing. I was on the varsity team for 3 years, pursuing the basketball thing. Went to college, was on the brink of being officially a part of NC State, and then life happens, man. Life happened. It didn't work out for me, so
It does.
I mean, I just started doing, regular stuff. Started working, and then I was looking for my purpose, and my purpose ended up being traveling. It's been working out for me for the last. I'm probably 10 years in traveling. Probably a good 10 in. I started documenting my trips probably 7 years ago. I was posting on social media for the last 10, and people was like, "Man, you might as well start doing videos," and that's what I started doing.
Yeah, man, the video thing is definitely it, man, and that is a long time to be traveling and just seeing the world and being out there, man. And something sparked my interest on your question there too. You said you were inspired, by your dreams as a child just to travel the world. So what was something that you remember from your childhood that made you say, man, I want to travel the world?
Man, TV, watching TV, and my dream trip was always Hawaii. So back in the day we had Full House. They had the little Hawaii episode,
Yeah.
and then other episodes. I'm like, man, I'm trying to see that. I'm from Philly. I'm from the hood. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're from the inner city, especially in Philly, a lot of us don't even get outside the city or the state really that much, let alone outside the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, man, I got to figure out how I could see actual clear water, a real beach. And that's not New Jersey. I mean, and I'm not throwing shade on Jersey beaches, but it's if you've been outside the country, it's a difference.
It's a huge difference. So do you remember your first trip and how that went? Like how you booked it, like your process, like what happened with that?
All right, so my first couple of trips was all here in the States. Think typical Vegas, Miami, the typical trips, New York.
Yeah.
My first international trip was Jamaica. I went to Montego Bay.
Yeah.
I found a crazy deal for an all inclusive, and then that's when I start finding the tricks. Like it don't cost that much.
Yeah.
I mean, and then when everybody asks me, it's like, man, how can you afford it? I'm a regular guy. Even now, I'm not a 6-figure guy. I make less than 100,000. I don't make 80. I don't make that much money.
Yeah.
But it's so many tricks out here, and once you actually know where to look,
yeah,
and budget your money, anywhere you want to go is possible.
How many trips you take a year?
Pre-pandemic, before 2020, I was doing the trip every other. I was leaving the country every other month. I was leaving the country. After the every other month I was leaving the country. After the pandemic, because of the restrictions, you really had to, really look into what their laws and adjustments was.
Yeah,
because a lot of countries had curfews. They had their version of being fully vaccinated. Yeah. Some countries, if you just had the shots, you was cool. Other countries want you to have the boosters. So it kind of had to adjust to it. But even now, I still leave the country about 4 or 5 times a year.
God dang, man. Yo, okay. I ain't been nowhere. So one of the things you also mentioned in your questionnaire, which is really important for people to know, and I want you to share some of your experiences with this, because I want to know if you've ever gotten in trouble in another country. Just like you said with the restrictions, the laws are different. The way of life is different. Stuff over here that might be cool may be even disrespectful or illegal in another country. So can you share some experiences with that?
All right. You gotta be careful who you travel with. Everybody can adapt to other countries. So we all have high-head friends. Everybody has that one friend. If you go to the bar, you gotta watch them.
Yeah.
You can't travel with people like that, because outside the country, the rules is different.
Yeah.
Because in certain countries, if you get caught smoking weed, they locking you up, and because you're American, they're gonna charge you an arm and a leg before they let you out.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to look up exactly what the laws is in other countries, and in some countries they just don't play that. Yeah. The locals, if you come off disrespectful in some of these countries, they gonna try to handle it themselves. Ain't gonna be no law enforcement.
Yeah, because they know you don't know what to do. You don't know the city.
Right. So yeah, you definitely want to be careful about the circle that you're around when you're traveling. And if you travel by yourself, just make sure you do your research on the areas that you're going to be in. That's well, for the most part, it's always safe. A lot of people ask me, "Oh, I see you traveling by yourself. How do you feel safe?" I'm like, as long as you just be cool, just be you, and not. You stay to yourself. Just still have fun. You won't have no issues.
Yeah, and you're not a little guy either, so.
That's true. That's true.
They not trying to snap. They do not want to tussle with you. So,
nah.
But have you ever gotten in trouble or came close to getting in trouble in another country?
I did, in Colombia. I was in Colombia, and it's scammers. There are scammers and people that know you're not from there. So when they see us, especially Americans, they instantly think dollar signs, and they will try to get you on like some kind of like scam. But you kind of learn that the more you start traveling, and law enforcement got called in that situation, And I got my way out of it. I got, I
You
got my
can't
way.
tell us what happened, man. You can't tell us what happened.
I got my way out of it. It was bad. It was almost bad. It was a 6 day trip. It was the first day I got there too. I left the resort, which they always say you don't want to leave the hotel area. I always leave the hotel area,
Yeah, what's
mainly
the
because
point?
yeah. So I'm walking around, going to the bars, and for guys, especially if you're a single guy, don't pay attention and don't go after all the women. A lot of people travel and be like, man, I'm gonna go out here and talk to all these women. They be scheming, they be scamming,
Yeah.
they will get you locked up, they will set you up, but not all the time. But you gotta be careful. Just gotta be careful.
You ain't never lied about that. Yeah, I've only been to Jamaica. I didn't leave the resort, but I was there for my friend's wedding, and my girl at the time was with me, and yeah, we weren't there long enough to really just venture off, but that's something I've heard too. But it is good to know that you can do it, but you just got to move smart. Because
Yeah.
I done seen the crazy movies like Hostel and all this other stuff, and my biggest
Oh
fear
no.
is like always is what you said, like people trying to set you up, man, because they like people want to do what they see on social media, go out there and wild out and all that, and it's just like, yo, you are on a different part of this planet. Like you can't call your homeboy just to come pick you up or just call someone to come get you out. Like it's real over there.
Yeah. Yeah. What?
Sheesh.
But honestly, I ain't even gonna lie. The best experience I had was always when I rolled the dice and ended up in some random neighborhood in some random country, nowhere near where I'm staying at, and it'd be the best food, the best bars, best clubs, some of the most fun people you're going to meet in your life. You just gotta know how to read people. I mean, as you go.
Yo, you a risk taker, bro.
Hey, so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good for real, man. So, okay, what's the best way for someone to get started in traveling? Like, say somebody like me, like I do have a passport. Obviously, I've been to Jamaica, but I don't travel often. So, what are some tips or tricks you would give me? Obviously, you said do some research, find out like some of the laws and like, the COVID restrictions because some of that's still going on. But what other advice would you give?
I would tell like the budget. I mean, you just gotta really budget your money right. Because a lot of people, the first thing they say, "Oh man, I can't afford to go here." And I'm like, listen, if you buy 5 pair of Jordans a year, you can afford to travel. Because and when I say it like that, they were like, that makes sense because 5 pair of Jordans is going to run you close to $1,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, and you really don't even need that much. But if you're out here shopping on a consistent basis, save that money, book you a flight, get a hotel, and then you can enjoy yourself in another country.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so budgeting 101, definitely need to do
Yeah.
that. So, how do you book? Like, do you use multiple websites? Do you have a straight up website? Is there a special time of the year? Like, how does that work?
Hey, so the time of the year actually does make a difference. The airplane tickets are higher in the summer
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people wait till the summertime to start traveling.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper to travel in the wintertime
Okay.
because it's always hot somewhere. So if you leave winter here in the States
Mm-hmm.
and fly somewhere, it's going to be hot. So the plane tickets will actually be cheaper. And now it's even better because now they got like Afterpay, Klarna, ShopPay, and all these other websites where you can do 4 payments. They have airline tickets on those websites now, so you can literally pay a fourth of the price, take a vacation, and come back and pay the rest of that plane ticket off now. So the biggest part of everybody's budget, which is the actual plane ticket, is multiple websites and apps you could use that actually will help you pay for that ticket now.
I forgot about that. Somebody told me that a while ago, and I completely forgot. Noted. Noted. Have you yet experienced any cancellations? Because I know like some crazy stuff has been happening with flights being canceled and people being laid over. Is that something else people need to go ahead and prepare for?
Yeah, because it's unexpected. I mean, a cancellation or a delay is never planned. It's always a last minute thing. And if you're flying out of Philly directly, it depends on where you go. The European flights, we have a lot of European flights out of Philly. But if you're going to an island or anywhere South America, it's not that many flights. So that will actually ruin the first day of your trip. You probably have to wait till the next day. So try to like just go ahead to wing it out after that one. Just gotta wait it out.
Yeah. That happened to me last year when I was still teaching, and we were going somewhere with some kids, and there was like an issue with the plane, and bruh, it was terrible. God, it was
Right.
terrible, man. And we couldn't catch the connecting flight and ended up having to take the bus from the airport we ended up at all the way to the rest of the. It was bad, man. So yeah,
Yeah.
definitely got to prepare for that. So back when you was single.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not single anymore. So yeah.
Back when you
Yeah.
was single. So
Yeah.
I want to talk about like the differences you see between, I'm assuming you travel with your family.
No. I've traveled with friends, family, and by myself. So yeah.
Okay. So when you were by yourself, the ladies, man, the ladies in the other countries, because like there's this stigma now where people like to say sometimes black men get these passports and they become like passport poppy and they only go overseas and go get the women overseas because they say the women are a quote unquote certain type of way. I wouldn't know. But do you notice a difference between the women in the other country? I mean, I know it's going to be different, but like what differences have you noticed between women in the
Yeah.
other countries versus women in America, just as far as like their
They,
mindsets and stuff like that?
they, they love us, man. They love us. They love us. I'm not trying to give away too many secrets, but I'm gonna give a couple. The when single males travel to these other countries, the attitudes that we have to deal with here at home, you don't we don't have to deal with that in these other places.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? You know how the females here will be like, oh, if you I mean you gotta take me out on a date and it gotta be like Jimmy Choo's or I mean not Jimmy Choo's, Funk of the Chow or
Yeah.
one of these super nice restaurants, and you getting drinks, and next thing you know you get that bill $200 $300, and she like I enjoyed your time, and she wants you to take her home, and that's it.
Yeah.
You be like, yeah, I just spent $300. Like okay, I
Yeah.
can't even get a hug after this date.
Right.
Out the country, bro, it is different. If you have an Airbnb and you go food shopping, they will come and cook the food for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I gotta have to plan one of those.
yeah,
you and me got to talk.
yeah.
You can supervise.
I got you.
Okay. Do you want to share any experiences you had? Good experiences, of course.
Oh yeah. I've had. I mean, like you go out to the beach, you chill, you see something you like, they probably like you too. Next thing you know, yeah, I mean, you getting a massage. You like, oh, I wasn't expecting this, or
Mm.
I mean, you go to the bar, you having drinks, good vibes. Next, thing you know, the whole day that went by, and you just having a good time with, you know what I mean, with somebody that you just met, and y'all don't even speak the same language.
Mm.
Y'all talking through the app. I mean, that's the only way. That's the only way to communicate if y'all don't speak the same language. You over here use Google Translate, and you like, I can't even get this vibe back home with someone who speaks English.
Yeah.
I'm over here with someone who speaks a whole different language, and this joint crazy. Like,
So it's like the natural human connection is more prevalent
yeah,
over there.
yeah,
Damn. I'm over here
yeah.
daydreaming. Like you had me thinking I was on the beach and I just seen. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go somewhere with some warm water. What would have been your favorite places to travel and why?
Oh man,
So many.
Thailand, Thailand,
Thailand. Okay.
Thailand. I was in Phuket, Thailand. The food, it might have been some of the best food I ever had in my life
Mm.
when I was in Thailand. And the currency rate for us, like when I was out there, 300 US got me 10,000 in their currency. And the average meal out there was like 200. So
Whew.
exactly. So picture the average meal is 200 in their currency and I got 10,000 in their currency.
Yeah.
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 So I'm out there doing everything because the currency exchange rate was crazy, man. I'm like, I'm like, man, I can get used to this.
Oh,
When
you just gave another good tip. That's something you need to look at before you travel, of course, right?
oh yeah. You definitely want to get used to the currency has changed because it's not the same in all countries. It's some countries where if we go to Europe, if you got 500, that's all you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're not gaining. If you go to Bali, that 500 turns into like 1,500.
Mm.
So you can actually get more, and you can get um a 2-bedroom villa for like $46 a night.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
What else about Thailand? Like, what about like the landscape and stuff like that?
Oh, the cultures out there, man. They like it's crazy. Like everything out there, man. It's this island. It's called like Monkey Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing but monkeys running around this entire beach, and you have to take a boat to get to it. And you see like 1,000 monkeys just chilling, and it's like their own little community. You see like the older monkeys sitting on the side watching the little monkeys. All the little monkeys is coming up to us, and they climb and they'll climb up on you. They'll climb up on you, look you right in your face, and just sit there, like what you want. Like they curious.
Nobody bothering nobody. They used to the tourists.
They used to it. Yeah.
Okay. What's another place you like to visit?
Seoul, Korea. Seoul, Korea had good food, and like, all right. So when I travel, I don't do the Uber. I'll be taking public transportation in these countries. So I'll be the only black person that be on the train and on the bus. I'm in
So
Korea,
everybody looking at
right?
you.
Everybody staring at me, mind you, because I know they can't see me. I'm 6'2", 250 pounds. So like I'm a pretty big guy.
Yeah.
I got lost taking the train when I was in Seoul, Korea, and some random old lady looked at me and said, "Hold up." I said, she ain't speak no English. She called her nephew who spoke English and gave me the phone, and her nephew gave me directions to where I was trying to get to. I
Wow.
was, I like that. That was a different level of like nice for me. It was like because clearly you could tell I was lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was clearly lost. I didn't know where I was at.
It just seems like the people are so much more nicer and accepting over there. I mean, based on your experience, I mean, you got years and years of
Yeah,
travel experience, and
yeah. So far, yeah,
that can just add up. Any
yeah.
you got any bad experiences with like maybe food or like a location that just turned out to be whack?
Um, let me see. Not yet. Not yet.
Wow.
Not yet. But I haven't. I've been skipping over Europe. I haven't been to Europe,
Okay.
so I mean, I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews about Europe when it
Same.
comes to like the expectations that you might have. So I've been skipping. Plus, other countries it's cheaper for us to go to,
Yeah.
and so you get way more for your money. So,
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so okay, you talked about traveling, alone. So with your family, how was that? How does that change the dynamics of things? Like, do you still kind of venture out, or y'all played a bit more conservative?
Uh, it kind of depends on what family we with. Like I did a cruise. I went on a cruise with the family, and we ended up splitting. Like so, it was like the fun group stayed together,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the family who really wasn't trying to do too much, they kind of stayed together, and we would just meet up when it was time to eat or do like some kind of pictures or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Dope. 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 I'm taking these
Yeah.
mental notes, man, because these are things I want to do, and I don't want to go with nobody that's scary. Like I do, like when I start going to these other countries, I want to do it the way that you're doing it and the way you're describing it, because staying on a resort, you might as well just do that in America, because like
Yeah,
they make it comfortable. They almost Americanize it for you. You'll get some tidbits of the culture. Like when I was in Jamaica,
yeah.
like I had some Jamaican food, but like some of the cab drivers like, yeah man, you need to come travel with me, man. Let me get you some street food, some real good food. And I'm just like,
Listen,
can't do it, man. Not this time.
listen. Like you be like since you talked about Jamaica, I went to Kingston.
Oof.
So I'm yeah, right. The same reaction to everybody. I'm like, it's like, why would you go to Kingston? Because it's Kingston. Like that. everybody does Montego Bay and the grill.
Yep.
I said, nah, I'm going to Kingston. Went to Kingston, ended up staying in the house of a reggae band called the Nomads.
Wow.
They showed me everything. You know what I mean? And they didn't know me at all. It was like the cousin of somebody that knew me. And they was like, just stay at my cousin's house. I was like, okay. I had no idea who these guys was. Find out these guys been in movies, they've been in TV shows, they doing plays.
Wow.
They got millions of views on YouTube for their music. And I had no idea until I got back home and did my research on them. I'm like, I'm hanging out with like many celebrities and they don't even act like they're celebrities. They're just real laid back. I had all authentic food. We pulled up on the side of the road. This lady was cooking on hubcap tires. Like
what?
Yeah, like she had 4 hubcap tires and she was cooking. She had like a fire under it and was cooking on hubcap tires. Had like the pot on top of it. I was like, oh, that's innovative. I ain't never seen
Yeah, that
like
is
that.
innovative.
Man, that food was all that. That food was all that. Yeah.
Man, I love Jamaican food. I gotta go back to Jamaica.
Right.
Yo,
Yeah.
man, you have so much worldly experience. So, how does that make you feel about America? Like, you know, I know when I came back from Jamaica, I was sad. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, like, I love my freedom. I love my freedom and the comfortability of being here. You know what I'm saying? The familiarity. But it was like, yo, like when I went to Jamaica, that was the first time I really like disconnected. Like, I put my phone in airplane mode. Like, I ain't looking no emails. I ain't get on social media. Like, I just enjoyed the clear water, the good food, the good weather. Everyone was nice, chill. I'm like, yo, it could be like this everywhere. So I'm like, you travel a lot, like a lot. So I'm just like, how does that make you feel? Like, how do you balance those emotions?
Man, it's weird, man. Like I really don't go out here no more because you know how it is. You come home, you go to the bar, people looking at you all angry, give you the side eye.
Yeah.
People got attitudes. People stuck up. I'm like yo, I was just sitting on a clear beach with strangers, and we just had like a good time. We all partying, dancing, having fun. Most of the time, we don't speak the same language. Then I come home, I'm like what, why everybody so angry? Like, why you so angry? Life can't be that bad. Like everybody's so angry.
You're right. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of hate. There's a lot of envy. A lot of that in America. Everybody want to be right. It's too much, man. But have you ever thought about living in another country? Just saying, yo, we out.
Man, I have, but the biggest difference, man, is the money.
Yeah.
You can't make the same amount of money here that you can make out there unless you're like into like the movies or you got some kind of like something. But overall, if you're a regular citizen, you can't make the same amount of money out there that you can make here in the States. I'm pretty sure that's why a lot of people, unless they retire, if you retire and move out there, it makes sense. But just moving out there and think you're gonna find a regular job and still make solid money, I don't think that's gonna be a good plan.
Yeah, you know, even a lot of celebrities, I forgot, it was either a podcast or a TV show or something I saw. They knew they had connections in another country, so they would take their American wealth and use it to buy land and buy, like, basically set up their life. Now, they still live in America, but it seems like that's what you would have to do. You have to set up your life with your money and lifestyle here. And I mean, once you see how it is now. Once you get your businesses and stuff going in America, you could leave. Yeah, you could just run everything remotely and have to do that. Yeah, because don't nobody want to be broke. It's bad enough being broke in America. You don't be broke in another country. That's a different type of broke.
Right. Broke people in America are technically kind of like well off in other countries.
Yeah.
But if you're broke here and you see everybody else, you're like, damn, I'm messed up. I ain't got no money. My life all messed up. Man, go to another country and see real poverty. Then you gonna be like, I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah, for real. Like, it ain't just the stuff you see on TV. It can get real bad because they don't have stuff like government assistance and stuff like we do sometimes.
Listen, I tell people all the time. I said if you have the attitude, or not even attitude, if you're overly emotional and feel like you have to save everybody, certain countries you shouldn't go to because like certain countries, like the second time I went to Colombia, I stayed inside the wall city. There's groups of kids out at 2 o'clock in the morning asking for money because that's all they had was each other. And you talking about like 15, 20 kids between like 7 and 10 out there feeding for themselves. And you like, wow. And if you say yes to one, all of them gonna come. And unless you can help all of them, it's kind of pointless. Yeah. Like, man, I just want to feed this one kid, but you got 20 other kids over here that's struggling too, and they all together.
That's freaking, yeah. Hate to see it, man. Hate to see it with anybody, but especially kids, and knowing that you can't really do anything. I mean, there's organizations and foundations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the other side too. So, you know, I guess that probably has that given you like more appreciation for what you do have in America, despite some of the stuff you have to deal with.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
like it's really not that bad.
Yeah, I think people just make it out worse than it is sometimes, man. But
yeah,
Sage, man, I got nothing else for you, man. Is there anything you want to share with the audience to let them know where they can follow you? I know you got the YouTube. I'm gonna put all this stuff in the description. But you got any parting words you want to leave everybody with?
Oh, that's it. I mean, I'm Sage Sinsay of the Black Travel Addict. Yeah, I mean, he gonna put the link up. You can follow my YouTube channel. You could check out my trips. It's the same thing on Facebook and Instagram. Sage Sinsay. Yeah, I mean, I had to come through because it's been like Rob, man. I haven't seen you since literally high school. We talking about that's like 20 years, like literally 20 years.
Yeah, it's been 20 years.
Crazy. It's been 20 years, bro. Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad we linked because it's been a while. I've been seeing you doing your thing for a minute. I'm like, man, if I can, let's say maybe he can have me on a podcast and talk so I can support even more. I'm glad you had me on here, man. I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your experience, man. And thank y'all for listening, man. And thank y'all for continuing to support. Go check my man out, Sage Sinsay. I'm going to have his link in the description. Click on it. Look at the videos. Send him some messages. Ask him some questions. Shoot, maybe you should request a place you want to see him go. And maybe he might go. You know what I'm saying?
I'll go. I've done that before. Oh. I definitely done that before, yeah.
Yeah, there you go, man. So, you know, y'all be cool out there. Y'all be safe out there. Take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace.